Clutch Trucker filmed before a live and very fuzzy studio audience, although look, he's groomed. If you missed the last video, doesn't he look pretty? So much better. One thing they do I can't do, look, is get the fur in between the paw pads. I can't do that for crap. But they did a pretty good job at PetSmart in Fargo, right, Rusty? Anyway, yes, that is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Alright, on my way still to Sumner, Washington, where I deliver tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Right now I'm in Ellensworth, Washington at the newer Pilot. They built it just about a year ago. There's a Love's here at the same exit, which used to be a Pilot years and years ago. And the spots are still real narrow. It's kind of nasty over there. This one's not much better. It's brand new, but it was designed poorly. Don't get me started. So while I was sitting here watching the dog and pony show here at this Pilot, this place was not designed well. Oh, it's just crazy. You know, I'm watching almost accident after almost accident. People being jerk-offs, people being ass-wagons, and we'll go into more on that in a minute here. Finally got my seat covers swapped out. You know, I've been because Rusty tore through I did a couple videos ago where he tore through a hole in the one on the passenger side. So what I always do is then I order a new one from Duluth Trading Company, move the one I've been using on my driver's seat over to the passenger seat so he can tear that one up, and I put the new one on my seat. I think that's fair. You know, I'm paying for it, right? So I should be allowed to have the new one. So finally swapped the damn things out. There is one entrance and exit. It's the same one, in and out. There's some spots over here kind of to the side of the fuel islands, which is where I'm at right now. That straight truck, by the way, has been there since I got here like 3 hours ago. And I was trying to back into a spot over there. He was kind of in the way. And I had my flashers on, my four-ways on, which means, yeah, I'm going to back into a spot. And a guy like that maroon truck, not the red one, was coming up behind me, and he saw I had my flashers on and yet blocked me from backing into my spot. So I had to kind of keep pulling forward. Then he gets on the CB and gives me crap that I'm not moving out of the way. I'm like, hey, I got my flashers on. I'm trying to park. Unlike everybody else who's clogging up the fuel islands constantly when half of them aren't even freaking fueling. I know Ike keeps featuring every week on the Bonehead Truckers of the Week. Idiots clogging up fuel islands, blocking fuel islands, because it happens all the time. It's so freaking annoying. By the way, if you watched his latest Bonehead Truckers of the Week, he put out 2 this week. He did include finally one of the videos I've sent him. If you saw in my videos a few weeks back, CR England out in the cornfield, actually it was a bean field, somebody corrected me. He finally put that in one of his videos. I've been sending him stuff for a while, and that's the first thing he's used. So Ike, thanks for that. But yeah, he always has people blocking fuel islands, and that is a big problem. Here's the biggest part about it I don't understand. When it's the middle of the day and there's plenty of open spaces to park in, this one, when I pulled in, yeah, this is a very busy one and it does fill up early. There was still at least half a dozen or more parking spaces available. I knew I wanted to go in and buy a couple things from the store and all that, but I parked first. Even if I were going to keep on going down the road, I still would have tried to park first. The only time you really can't do that is in the middle of the night. If you're trying to do your 30-minute break and you have to pull off in the middle of the night and the truck stops are full, there's no parking available. I can almost give you a little bit of slack on that, but in the middle of the day, come on, people, stop being assholes. So anyway, this guy who barked at me on the CB, by the way, the truck in front of me in the first lane finally pulled through the fuel island, so I pulled all the way through and back around to try to find a different spot, since he was giving me crap. What's so funny is, I got parked, I updated my logs, I checked into my run for tomorrow, I got some things put away, I went inside, I needed more condiments, like mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, stuff like that. I looked at all the ones I had in the fridge, they were all expired, so I had to update those. Do all that, come back out, put those in, then I take Rusty out, let him wander around for 15 minutes. I get back in the truck, it's now been an hour since I've been here. That guy who pulled in that fuel island in front of me, and pulled in front of the fuel line, at least he pulled forward, I guess. I can give him a little bit of that. He was there for an hour, blocking that freaking fuel island. An hour! What an asshole! And he was giving me crap? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, this is a newer pilot, and at least there is room to pull forward after you fuel. Now, granted, some of the older ones, especially some of the older TAs, like the one in Oak Grove, Missouri, the first 3 lanes, you can't really pull forward, and if you do, and someone pulls forward next to you, you're stuck. Okay, I understand that. You can't always do that, but this one's designed so you can do that. I don't know why all these newer drivers are so afraid to pull forward after fueling. They leave their truck there, then they go in, and they take a half hour getting their food, or as Ike says on Bonehead Truckers of the Week, getting the sody water, get the cheeseburger, whatever. Makes my blood boil, makes me violent. That's my phrase. Why are you so afraid to pull forward? You fuel, you pull forward, let some guy pull in behind you and he can start fueling. If he's going to fuel, he's going to be there at least 10 to 15 minutes. That should be long enough for you to get in, go to the bathroom, do your crap, and get out. Just idiots and assholes. It's all about me, 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 me. I'm considerate. I pull around. I mean, I just don't get it. One other little thing I got to touch on. You RVers, we love you. But when you come into a truck stop and you park in one of our parking spaces, that makes us all violent. There are hardly enough truck parking spaces as it is. And an RV comes in. It's one of those short ones. It's only as long as like a bobtail truck without a trailer. And they park in a full-length truck parking spot. Not okay. Sorry, RVers, this may be news to you, but don't take up the few spaces we have available. And in rest areas, I know it says trucks and cars with trailers to the left or something, cars to the right, and so cars pull in a tiny little pop-up travel trailer will take a full-length truck spot when there's only 6 available, and yet there's 95 car parking spots available. Go into the car parking spots and just park across 3 of them. That makes us violent. So RVers, a little tip for you there, okay? You know, yeah, you may think because you're driving a combination vehicle that you can take up a full truck length spot, but boy, does that make us violent. I'm just telling you. Okay, back to what I started with earlier. Yeah, I did finally get the bucket seat covers swapped out. All right, there's the new ultimate bucket seat saver on my driver's seat, and as I showed before, the little grid pattern there, that's because that's the purple seat cushion, ultimate purple seat cushion underneath. So you can look up here and it says Duluth Trading Company. This one's all nice and brand new, still bright gray and everything. Now compared to the older one that I moved over here, a little more wrinkled. It's still not torn through or anything yet, so I moved this to the passenger seat, and I'm sure he'll tear a hole right about there. But anyway, so there's the logo on that one. So at least for now, we've got a new one on this seat and a semi-new one on that seat until Rusty decides to tear through it. Okay, so like I say, here I am at the pilot, which I've already discussed in detail in Ellensburg, Washington. As far as I can make it today, I decided to try to make this run after I picked up in Cold Spring, Minnesota, did my 34 there in 2 longer days, running out my clock each day, but then I had a longer break each day, which makes it a little bit nice. I've already got a load after I deliver in Sumner, Washington tomorrow in the Seattle-Tacoma area, north of Seattle in, I can't even remember where it is. I didn't write it down yet. Everett, there you go, Everett, Washington. Going back to the Minneapolis area to Eagan, Minnesota, which is on the east corner of the Minneapolis area. So this run is actually going to be longer, and I got to do it in a bit shorter amount of time. So I'm going to be running my arse off going back that way. So I won't have as long to rest. That's why I decided I'd take more time to rest on the way out. So and the load going back doesn't pay me as well as the one did coming out, but that's kind of the nature of trucking. That's how it is. That's why you want to make good money coming out to this Washington State area in case you don't make as good of money going back, and that's exactly what's happening. So I'll be hitting Eagan, Minnesota Friday morning when I deliver. And everyone did say on my last video, when I've been doing the ones where I'm driving down the road and stuff. They're saying I can't hear you too well. The audio's muddy. So I am going to order a mic, a separate mic that I can plug into the phone. I found there's some that you can do that with. I'll try to order one on Amazon, and because I can use the Amazon lockers and I know where I'm going to be for the next few days, I should be able to get it shipped to me somewhere along route. So hopefully within the next couple of videos, the audio will be clearer. Alright, just a fairly quick one showing you I finally swapped out the seat covers, and then watching this dog and pony show here at the Pilot in Ellensburg, Washington. It started, I got the blood boiling. I had to start ranting about a couple of things, so I hope you don't mind. As always, please, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment if you'd like to. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Twitter, Clutch Trucker on Instagram. And as always, sniff that metric YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty. Out. Pawn jumps queen. Rook jumps queen. Let's all jump the queen. All right, he's seen it. He's in position. Oh, he got it on the first try. Wow, how about that? He was definitely wanting the vegan strips today. All right, Rusty, come on, give us the happy dog look. Rusty, look up here. Happy dog. Oh, there you go.